Okay, I hope it's working this time. This YouTube technology stuff is for the birds. I honestly scheduled a live stream from my phone a few hours early, a few hours before, and then I couldn't get it started. Like YouTube, for some reason, it wouldn't allow me to start the actual live stream. It was crazy. But anyway, um, I am going to go ahead and start this one. And as people come in, I hope the people we had a bunch of people in the kind of like the waiting room lined up to come in, but then I couldn't get it going. I had to abandon it. And that's what happened. So I got some great stuff for you guys today. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and make sure this is messed up. This is really messed up. So let me go ahead and delete this one. Delete this one from YouTube because that's the old one. Okay. So now we should be able to get started. This has been crazy, and I had some really good stuff for you today, but because of see, I tried to be proactive. I tried to come on and like hours early and schedule the thing from my phone, and then when it came time to go live, it wouldn't let me. I don't know. I hope someone can help me because I'm afraid now to schedule these in advance because unless I do it from my laptop in advance, maybe that'll work. But when I scheduled from my phone and then try to do it from my laptop, from my MacBook, it wouldn't allow me to. Then I try to go back to the phone and it wouldn't let me start. Oh, okay. Let's start. Let's get started. I'm I'm like so frazzled now. I hope you stick with me because I'm like frazzled. We're only 2 minutes into this thing. Okay, so here's what I want to share with you guys today. I got a few things. First of all, a lot of people ask me. I mean, one of the most common questions I get asked still to this day is, Dr. Dave, where can I get magic mushrooms? I have no idea where to get them. Where do I buy them? Where I need them. I want them. They're not legal where I live. But blah blah. Blah. I hear it all. I hear it all. And so, to be honest, we don't talk about sourcing here on YouTube or on my podcast, on my website. We don't talk about sourcing. Um, I just draw the line there. I just don't do it. However, there's one place where we make a little exception, and that's on my Patreon channel. And I actually have a section on my Patreon channel where we recommend. I've got to be careful what I say here, but we let's say we recommend two very good sources that have been vetted. But it's on Patreon and it is a paid channel. And the reason it's a paid channel or paid platform is because I need to keep that separate and I need to be very careful there. So that's why it's a paid platform. So when you're there, you can see what I have there. That's stuff that we don't talk about anywhere else. I'll drop the link to that. And again, you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I just want to share that because I get this question asked all the time. I'll drop the link in the show notes here, how you can access Patreon. And another really cool thing about the Patreon, I don't want this to turn into a plug for my Patreon channel. However, on Wednesday, let me see, I'm going to make sure I get this date right. On Wednesday, I think it's August 6th, but let me make sure. Yes, Wednesday, August 6th, we're doing a live meeting. It's not a live stream like this. It's not a Zoom meeting. It's an actual live meet. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not a webinar. It is a Zoom meeting where you can actually ask questions in real time. We do these a couple times a month, and they're wonderful. And and nothing is off base. We can answer any kind of question there. I'll drop the link to the Patreon channel. Eric, I got to tell you something. Eric, thanks for being here. I am frazzled. I am. This has been really tough because let me explain what happened. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to schedule the live stream hours in advance. I scheduled it sometime this afternoon, like way in advance, at least a few hours in advance for sure. But I was out, so I did it on my phone. And then when I got home, I came into my studio and I tried to go live on my MacBook. But the two don't talk to each other for some reason, and I couldn't figure out how to go live on the MacBook when I started on my phone. Then I even went back to the phone. I said, okay, heck with it. I'm going to just go live on the phone. But that didn't work. And yeah, so I had and I actually had people waiting for the live stream to start. But I couldn't start it. And here I am looking at the clock. It's like 20 seconds to go till 4:30 my time. 20 seconds. And I couldn't start it. So I had to abandon the entire thing and just start over from scratch. And I don't know whether this, but I'm glad you're here, Eric. But I think the other people might be totally confused. I don't know. But it's been so I try to do a good thing. I try to schedule way in advance, and then look what happens. So, but what I was saying, so on August 6th, Wednesday evening, August 6th, we're doing a live stream, I should say a live meeting. It's interactive meeting where we can all see each other too. An interactive meeting on Patreon where I'm inviting Janelle Michael Isaac, and she is an expert in different strains for microdosing and for larger doses, and she's going to answer all the questions. What's the best strain for microdosing? What's the best strain if you're trying to beat anxiety and depression? What's the best strain if you're if you want to do a larger dose? She's going to be there. She's going to answer all the questions in real time. And like I said, Patreon is it's the only place I answer the questions that I don't answer anywhere else. I have to do it that way to just keep things safe. I hope you understand. This is totally open to the public here, so I have to be careful what we say, because also YouTube, the algorithm will screen us out and do really bad things to the channel if they're detecting we're saying certain things. So I've got to be. It's not that I don't want to, but I've got to be super, super careful. And same thing with my audio podcast. Patreon, we have some more latitude there, and so we can, especially when we do the live meeting, we can talk about anything we want. See, in my hurriedness to get down here to my studio, I forgot my water. So I don't have anything to drink in front of me. Do you guys mind if I do these unannounced in the future? Because announcing it just it didn't work. It went from bad to worse. I mean, I tried to announce it. I tried to do so well in advance because you all want me to announce it in advance, and then I get screwed. The stream didn't work, and I forgot my water. There's nothing to drink here in my studio, and my mouth is very dry. And I don't want to leave you and say I'll be back in 3 minutes. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to do the best I can. Okay, so no, Eric, Patreon is not part of YouTube. It's completely separate. It's a completely separate platform. It's a really good platform. And also, what I've done for my Patreon people, I've set up a WhatsApp group side by side, so we can all communicate in real time, anytime, like 24/7. Like if you got a question, I mean, I can't promise somebody's going to be on at 3 in the morning, but we got some people that are in Europe. And if you ask a question at 3 a.m. because you need an answer really badly, but I might be asleep, but there's a good chance somebody might answer it. But so it's really cool. Patreon. And I tell you, Eric, again, zero pressure. You've got such great energy here on YouTube, and I love it. And I don't want to pressure anybody into doing anything. However, I will tell you this, you would be an incredible asset over with our Patreon family. You would love it. We got some really, really good people who show up to the live meetings. We do them about every 2 weeks now, and they're just really good people with good energy. And we talk about a lot of really good stuff. So that's my spiel there. The link will be in the show notes. And if you want to, that's cool. And if you don't, if you want to keep it going here, I'm still going to continue to do these for sure. No question about that. Bill D, good afternoon. And I'm sorry if we had some tech issues and I had to start a new live stream here because it's not the same link as it originally started as, but that's just the way tech goes. And I'll tell you, I am usually pretty good with tech. Like I'm not a newbie. I'm not a novice. I've got decades of experience with tech, and I even asked my AI guy, like I said, "Hey, I've got like a minute and 20 seconds before I'm going live, and I can't get it to go on my MacBook. What's going on?" And he even said, he gave me the answer. I call him Desmond. He's a really good guy. We're really close. He says, "Heads up, if the original stream was set up only through the mobile app, YouTube might treat it as mobile only, and you won't be able to go live from your desktop. In that case, you may need to delete the mobile stream and start a new one on your laptop." Well, that's what I ultimately had to do, but I had to go roundabout in weird ways, and I hope I probably lost some people that way, and I'm really not happy about that. But if it's visible under manage in your YouTube studio on your laptop, but it was visible, but there was nothing that said start the stream. That's the problem. It was visible, but I think I was looked at as like a regular attendee and not as the moderator or admin. And there was nothing in there to press to like start the stream. That's what was killing me. I was like ready to go on time, guys, but there was nothing to click to start it. Oh my God. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I learned my lesson. From now on, I'm always going to start it or schedule it. I'm going to schedule it on my MacBook here. I'm going to schedule it here whatever I have to do, and then it's going to be easy. Then it just pops up. Go ahead and start live stream. It's easy. But I thought going from my phone to the MacBook, I thought it would be seamless. I mean, YouTube is the same account. I don't really know what happened. So that's a little crazy. Oh God. I still have my notes here on my desk from the podcast episode I did the other day. It actually came out today. I know Eric saw it because he commented on it, but here are my notes about dosing. Anywhere from a sub microdose, to a microdose, to a mini dose, to a museum dose, moderate, mega dose, and heroic or hero dose or heroic dose. And I still say that in my mind, you're still a hero, even if you never touch a heroic dose. If you're trying to fix yourself and you're using psychedelics to make yourself feel better every day, no matter what size dose and I'm a microdoser. So, but you're a hero in my mind. You're a total hero. You don't let anybody force you to do a heroic dose that's 5 grams or more. Don't let anybody force you to do that or talk you into that, because you don't have to do it if you don't want to. Do I follow the latest research done by doctors Carhart, Harris, Stamets, and others? A Japanese study showed that psilocybin. Yes. So, Eric, perfect question. I've got it in my notes here. That's actually going to be, not only have I followed that, but that's going to be an upcoming episode. So let's see what I have here. I will show you right here. Yep. One of my upcoming episodes, psilocybin extends life. Oh, you just got a hint of all my upcoming episodes. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, at least seven that I'm going to be doing. Whenever I have an idea about an episode, I write it down in my journal, and sometimes later, like sometimes like a few weeks later, I say, that doesn't look good. I'm not going to do that. So just because it's written down doesn't mean it's written in stone, but I'm definitely going to do the one where it talks about psilocybin can extend life. Yes, I'm excited about that. What about you, Eric? I mean, what do you think? I mean, are we gonna live to 125? Do you think? I mean, I don't even know if that's a good thing or not. I mean, do we really want to live? Do we want to live to 125? I don't know. I mean, I guess if I'm super, super healthy and I can do the things that I want to do, I certainly don't want to be infirmed and in a nursing home or in like some kind of long-term care facility. I don't want that. But if psilocybin can like do the things to my genes that it says it can do, to my cells that it says it can do. Yeah, I mean, here's another thing. Just imagine, yeah, Eric, just imagine that, compound interest, and it's compound interest just keeps increasing our whatever we have, the money we have, our portfolio, whatever we have. And imagine if your retirement money could continue to compound until you're like 100, 105, 110, 120. You'd have so much money, it would be unbelievable. And you could choose to do. Look, I'm a capitalist. I'm not against money, but you can choose with money. You can choose to do really good things and help other causes and help other people. So it's not about just having money and spending it all and driving around in fancy, expensive sports cars. I don't have a fancy, expensive sports car, but the money that I have, I like to do the things that I like to do, and my wife and we like to do things together. We do like to do things for other people and charities as well. So I think it's a great thing. So yeah, so if I could live to 120 and that interest just keeps compounding, we could help a lot of people out. And I could buy some things because I'm not embarrassed to say that. I do like to spend money on things that make my life that fulfill me in my life. Is that better? Yeah. Where is this show going? This is about microdosing, and now we're talking about living to 100. Well, living to 110, 120 through psilocybin, because as Info Warrior, and his name is Eric, Info Warrior just said there's study that show that psilocybin could extend our lives. I'm already feeling younger. I'm already feeling better just from reading the study. I'm feeling younger. I just turned 70. I'm going to get down and do 20 push-ups right now because I feel younger. Let's do 20 push-ups together, everybody. Oh man, what do you? So I shared. Okay, so at the beginning I shared where to where to get psilocybin. I don't talk about it on my public forums like Facebook, YouTube, Apple, Spotify. I don't talk about it in public because it is something that you've got to be very, very careful about for many reasons. But I do talk about things like this on Patreon, and I'll include the link here in the show notes. But is there anything you guys want to talk about? Anything? I want to go for like roughly 30 minutes or so total. I'm here to chat with you in any way you want, other than the things that we don't talk about, such as sourcing and things like that. But I'm here to share anything, talk about anything within reason. Within reason, I mean, you know, talk to me, ask me something. Here's your chance. And if you haven't checked in and say Bill D and Info Warrior, who's Eric, have checked in and said hello. We got a few more people here just kind of lurking that haven't said hi. You don't have to. I promise I won't embarrass you. At the very most, I'll just say, hey, John, good to have you here. I won't embarrass you. I won't ask you any tough questions. I promise that. So, and if at the very least, let's see a few hearts up there. So let's see a few hearts like that. Whoever, yeah, that was me. And there we go. There we go. Is Utah getting any closer to decriminalized medicine from Bill? I don't know the answer. Well, first of all, as far as cannabis has been medical for a little while now. We've got medical cannabis that's been for a while. As far as the medicine, I know you're talking about psychedelics, well, mainly psilocybin. Um, I say they're getting closer, yes, but I don't know. I don't know how soon it's going to be. I mean, I don't think it's likely it's going to be in the next 2 years. I'd be surprised if it's going to be in the next 2 years, but I don't know for sure. But I know a lot of people that are working on this, and I'm hoping for the best because it's really crazy. Like for example, okay, somebody like me, I'd like to think of myself as a professional. I'm a retired dentist. I'm responsible. I don't go out breaking laws. I don't, at least intentionally, I don't go breaking laws intentionally. However, this is an exception because, again, I think I've talked to you about this, but I had a choice. Like, 4.5 years ago, I had a choice that I could feel shitty for the rest of my life and, taking something like Lexapro. And that it maybe gives you a 60% lifestyle, which I don't want a 60%. I don't want a 60% lifestyle. I want a 100% lifestyle. I want to feel really great every day. So I had to decide I'm going to have to do something that is not technically legal where I live. Do I still do it? I can't. I'm not going to say because I'm not going to say anything that will incriminate me. So I'm not going to say if I still do it. I won't say that here. But it's really a shame because good people, and there are plenty more good people like me, and probably people that are a lot better than I am. I'm just a regular guy. We're trying to improve our mental health. And theoretically, if somebody was caught in Utah with a psychedelic, theoretically, I guess they can go to jail. Now, how absurd is that? How crazy is that? That somebody like me, for example, could be sitting in jail because I was trying to improve my mental health with a medicine, with a natural plant medicine that comes from the ground that has really never hurt anyone. I mean, it's not addictive. It won't kill you if you eat a whole lot of it. It won't it'll send you on a crazy psychedelic trip, probably like a really wild psychedelic trip, but it won't kill you. It's not addictive. And so why in the F can we not legally do that here where I am? That just makes zero sense to me. Zero sense. Let me catch up on a few comments here that I missed. I have a coworker. I have a Kevin VR. I have a coworker who suffers with ADHD and doesn't believe in microdosing. Yes, Kevin. I will say this first of all. This is not medical advice. Everybody is different, but the answer is absolutely yes. Microdosing can help with ADHD. But if your coworker doesn't believe in it, then there's nothing we can do. And I'm not here to try to talk anybody into anything. You have to want this. You have to want to improve. But who am I to say to your coworker, you've got to do it? No, I'm not going to do this. So, but yes, because psilocybin rewires the brain. I don't think there's another medicine for ADHD out there that actually it will treat it somewhat, but it won't fix it. It won't rewire the brain. And I just want to be better. And that's why it makes no sense that we legally can't use a medicine in many places that will actually make you better. It's stupidity. Bill D, I was the poster child. I was the poster child for medical cannabis there, but it's funky and expensive compared to where I relocated. But so Bill, remind me, did you used to live in Utah? I can't. I'm sorry, I can't remember that one. Poster child for medical cannabis. Middle child, love your smile. I'm so interested in this subject. I tried microdosing and it makes me feel lighter. I don't feel as anxious. Yes, that's exactly right. Thank you for your knowledge and sharing it with us. Well, middle child, you are so welcome, and I appreciate your comments there. All plant medicine should be legal. Well, I don't know the answer to. I don't know where you draw the line. I mean, theoretically, is heroin and cocaine? They come from plants, right? Heroin and cocaine do come from plants. Should they be legal? I don't know. I used to say absolutely zero chance, but maybe, yeah, people are going to get it anyway, right? And the risks. I mean, look, I still say alcohol and nicotine are two of the most dangerous substances known to man and women, known to mankind. Alcohol and nicotine, very dangerous, both of them. They're not good for your health, and they're not going to cure anything. Yeah, you have a drink at night, it might make you feel a little better. You go to a wedding and down a few beers, you might feel better being at the wedding, but it's not going to cure anything. But yes, this plant medicine, in particular, cannabis and psychedelics, they really will work on especially mental health issues that you may have. I believe in both of them in a big way. Info warrior, it's more than just mental health. I found myself eating a lot better and getting more exercise after I started microdosing. It's a motivate. Yeah, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean only mental health. You're totally right. First of all, like I said, everything's connected. But Eric, same with me. same with me. I mean, I have learned so much more about my health, my physical health in the 4.5 years that I've been microdosing. I've learned about my body. I've learned about my health. I've learned how to control certain things. It's like I don't want to sound like one of these like preachers on TV, but it's kind of like a miracle drug. It's like it's plant medicine that really works because it gets you to explore what's inside of you, both mentally and physically. 100%. And it's illegal? Stupid. Just stupidity. These people in their suits that sit around a table in the government, it's just stupidity. Kevin, Bill, Bill, where did you live? Did you live in Salt Lake? Where were you? Where were you when you were in Utah? Kevin, thanks for confirming. He says he doesn't want to be high. Well, then he doesn't know about microdosing. Did you tell him that when you microdose, by definition, remember I did this my latest podcast episode, so make sure you check it out. I just happen to have this at my desk. By definition, where we go, a microdose is 0.05 grams, which is 50 milligrams. You need to be able to convert that 50 milligrams to 0.3 grams, which is how many milligrams is 0.3 grams? How many milligrams? Do you all know? Who's going to say it first? I know there's like a little lag in time, so it'll probably take 15, 20 seconds. How many milligrams is 0.3 grams? Who's going to write it first? 0.3 grams is bingo. Eric got it first. 300 milligrams. You really should know how to convert these things very quickly. Like 0.1 gram, it's 100 milligrams. So 0.05, which is the smallest microdose. But below that, I call it a sub microdose because below 50 milligrams or 0.05, I just don't know. I mean, there's some people that might claim they're super sensitive and they want to go below 50 milligrams, but it's a really tiny dose, and I can't promise it's going to do anything. But yeah, what I was saying was, so for Kevin, for your coworker, when you're in the microdose range, you're not high and dependent on it. No, he or she needs to listen or watch my podcast episodes. You don't get dependent on it. It's a medicine that rewires your brain. It's not addictive. It's not addictive, and you can't overdose on it. And especially if you're in the microdose level, at the microdose level, you can go to work, you can drive a car, you can watch your kids, go to a meeting. I mean, but again, what I recommend though is the first time or two you microdose, just try it out at home on a weekend or something. I mean, don't take your very first microdose and then go drive. You're going to be fine, but just confirm with yourself because again, everybody is different. So do it for the first time, and I want to make clear this is not medical advice. This is not medical advice. Advice is one word. This is not medical advice. 5 words. But I'm speaking from my experience, 4.5 years, and I've worked with many people one-on-one, helping them improve their lives. So I think I kind of know what I'm talking about. Oh, so Bill, Salt Lake, Logan, Ogden, then you've been around. Okay. Cool. So we just went up to, for the first time, I've never been up there, but we went up to, what's it called? Cascade. What was it? Oh God, I can't remember what it's called now. Oh God, I totally forgot. I'm blanking on that. Cascade something right outside of Midway. Something Cascade. Cascade. What was it? Beautiful place. Absolutely beautiful. What was it called? Where did I go? Where did it go? See, nothing is working for me today. Cascade Springs. Cascade Springs, right outside of Midway. It's a really beautiful place. Anyway, why am I talking about that when most of you are not here in Utah? If you ever come to Utah, it's a place to visit, I think. Let's see. Eric Every microdoser should buy a scale accurate to, yeah, there you go, accurate to 0.01. So here's a question. Eric said every microdoser should have a scale accurate to 0.01. Eric, stay quiet for a second. You stay quiet. How many milligrams is 0.01 grams? Because the reason I'm asking, I get people that make mistakes all the time. They message me, they email me, and they make mistakes in this. And if you make mistakes, you're going to get into trouble and take the wrong dose. How many milligrams is 0.01 gram? Does anybody know? Eric is not allowed to answer yet because I know he knows 100%. I know that for sure. But I want to make sure you all know who can just take a guess. I'm not going to yell at anybody if you get it wrong. How many? So Armchair says 0.01 grams is 100 milligrams. No, that's a little too much. And see, you can get yourself in trouble. But Trio, and Kevin both got it. And I know Eric, I'm going to call Eric got it too, because I know for sure he knows. So, but Armchair, be careful. Please be careful. If you got that wrong, know how to convert, or at the very least, use a calculator, ask AI or something, because I've literally had people that tell me they're taking a certain dosage, and I say, no, wait a minute. Are you sure that's not right? There's no way you're taking that dose. Either it's like 0.01, they say 0.01 milligram. I know. I literally had somebody that said, I think they said, I take 0.05 milligrams. And I said, no, I don't think so. I don't think you're taking 0.05 milligrams. I don't think so. So please just make sure you know how to convert back and forth in your sleep. Okay, ready? Anything under 200 milligrams is easy to convert or to ingest, or both. Okay, here we go. 30 milligrams. 30 milligram ingest. 30 milligrams. How many grams? 30 milligrams. How many grams? Everybody type it out there. 30 milligrams. 30 milligrams is how many grams? You should know this in your sleep. You shouldn't even have to think. That's how fast you should be able to do this. 30 milligrams. I feel like I'm turning into like a math teacher now. Class, 30 milligrams. How many grams? Who's going to get it? Yes, Eric, that is correct. 0.03 grams. That's correct. All you do is move the decimal point 3 places, depending on which way you're going. If you're going from milligrams to grams, you move it to the left. So in other words, I got a whiteboard. I should bring but it's up. It's right over there. I should actually, but here, let me just do this. It's easier. So let's say you have 0.03 grams. 0.03 grams. You take the decimal point in this direction to go into milligrams. You go to the right. So this is like a mirror image, but you go 1, 2, 3 places to the right, which would then add a 0 right there. So it'd be 30 milligrams. So you go to the right. So we go I'm sorry. 030. Okay, so the decimal point was originally here, but you're moving it to the right. 1, 2, 3, and you had to add the 0 because there wasn't a 0 there. So it's a little tough to do in the mirror. It's like kind of mirror image. And even though I was a dentist and I used to do things in the mirror all day, every day, it's a little different. I can't do it like this. So don't trust me in your mouth right now. Let's see. Let's see. InfoWarrior, 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams. Yes, that's exactly right. And the formula works, because if you take 1 gram, let's say 1 gram is 1.000 grams. So it's still the same thing, 1.0. So you move that decimal point 3 places over. 1.000, you move it over and it becomes 1,000. That's exactly right. Simply Me Journey, how are you doing? Long time no talk and see. And I think you're down in Mexico, right? Oh my God, so great to have you here. We're international right now. Wow. And my friend from Japan, it looks like she's not on here. Sayu, are you here right now? Maybe she's keeping quiet. I don't know, but oh my God. Simply me, I want to say, um, oh God, I can't see. Hold on. I want to say gracias for being here, but I forget I forgot how to say hello. Buenos dias. Oh my God. Now you see why I have a tough time learning languages. Oh my God. All over the place. Oh, so good to have you. Um, I feel like this is our little YouTube family. I love it. I love having you guys here. Bill, microdosing has changed my life. First of all, I'm so glad to hear. Without even reading any further, I'm glad to hear that one. I'm much better at dealing with any difficulties now, and even my doctor and therapist are on board. Beautiful. Congratulations, Bill. That is absolutely, can I say, effing awesome. I mean, I won't say because sometimes people are watching these live stream with kids. I don't know why they'd be watching a live stream on microdosing with their kids, but I got called out on there one time because I think I said like the word fuck or something, and they, oh my child was right there, and oh, well, let me tell you something. Your child's heard that word before. Trust me. If your child is over the age of 5 or 6, they've heard the word. Okay, so come on, let's be real here. Come on now. Uh, oh, you're in Louisiana now, so you're not in yeah, but you were in Mexico, right? You went to Mexico, I thought. I thought you were. I thought. Um, Kevin's been taking 250 milligrams, but the effects are no longer there like they were in the beginning. Should I up the dose to 300? It's funny on our Patreon at our live meeting yesterday. I had somebody on our live meeting on Patreon who's almost the exact same story. They've been microdosing it for a while. It worked great at the beginning. It worked great. And then they said it just stopped working. So a few suggestions. Take a tolerance break. Just don't do it for maybe take like a week if you can. 7, 8, 9 days. Take a tolerance break. Everything gets reset. And it's almost like you're starting from scratch, and the 250 should work. However, if you don't want to take the tolerance break, or if you're not sure if that's going to work or if it doesn't work, then yes, up it to 300. That's what I would do. I would do that in a second, no question about it. Oh, okay. Traveling in New Mexico. Okay. Um, but wait a minute. Were you in Mexico, or am I confusing you with somebody else? I know this is weren't you in Mexico for a while, or am I totally confused now? Look, okay, it started off with the live stream didn't work at the beginning, and I had to totally jump ship and start another stream, and my brain was like going crazy. So I might just be getting things wrong today. But I don't know. I think I kind of remember that. Eric, konnichiwa, arigato. Um, let's see what else we got going. These are really good questions. I particularly love the one that the coworker has ADHD but didn't want to start microdosing because he or she doesn't want to be high and doesn't want to get like doesn't want to rely on this, doesn't want to get like addicted to it, and that's you got to look into this coworker because neither of those will happen. If you're neither of those can happen. They just can't happen. Info Warrior Eric says, I usually take a 1 to 2 day break per week. Yeah, that's actually perfect. So like kind of like 5 days on, 2 days off per week. Yeah, that's absolutely perfect, Eric. Beautiful. Yeah, and everybody's different. So there's nothing that's set in stone. Like, when you have to take Lexapro or like an antidepressant, they say take it every morning with your meal or whatever it might be, and don't deviate, don't forget. But no, but this is totally different. If there's a day that you don't want to do it, or if you want to, let's say you got something in the evening that you're doing and you want to, let's say you've got some kind of social event or something, and you're dreading it and your social anxiety is kicking in, then you can do a microdose in the evening. I used to do that whenever I had something like that. These days, that doesn't happen to me as much because I control my own schedule, and I don't say yes to things anymore that I just don't feel like doing. But yeah, but you can, again, you can, especially as you get more experience with this, you can do what you want. There's really no right or wrong. I mean, if tomorrow you want to take 1.2 grams and sit around the house and listen to music, and that's therapeutic for you, you can definitely do that. Absolutely. 3 days on, so middle child, 3 days on, 4 days off. That's totally fine. I have done it for 5 days on, 2 days. It's such a small amount, but it helped. Yeah, I mean, again, that works for you. Totally fine. Totally. Dosing protocols will be different for different people. Exactly right, Eric. You might, if you're wondering why I'm calling Info Warrior Eric, because that's I know his name, but so I don't want you to think that I'm confused and calling people by the wrong name. um, let's see. Okay, simply me. Thanks. I think I might have gotten like totally confused. So I know you're in Louisiana. I know that part, but for some reason I thought you were doing like a little thing in Mexico for a while. But I could be. That's probably. Oh, that might be another friend of mine on Instagram. Um, Maybe Miles and Coffee or something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, sorry about that. Simply me, it's been a crazy afternoon here. It's been crazy, and my brain might not be working 100%. um, let's see. Shane, I want to make sure I pronounce Shane Millahy. I Sorry if I botched that. I'm so sorry. um, I know you've covered this so much in channel. I want to microdose and have a little, but I'm nervous about conflict with various meds. Yes, I've definitely covered that, and I will tell you something. If you're on antidepressants or SSRI, there is not a problem microdosing with that. And not only that, I recommend, again, not medical advice here, not medical advice, but my experience from doing this for a long time and working with a lot of people, I recommend starting the microdosing when you're still on your your antidepressant or whatever it might. Yes, because then when the microdosing, when you've got some microdosing under your belt, then you can start to slowly wean off of, but not until you've been microdosing for a while and you feel like you feel something a little different. It's hard to explain, but you'll feel a little bit different in a good way, in a really good way. And then that's when you can start weaning off of your antidepressant med. That's exactly what I did. But let me tell you something, Shane. I waited until about 8 months in microdosing while I was on my Lexapro. 8 months until I started weaning off of it, and I did it very slowly. Also, no rush at all. What strains do I recommend for? Okay, great question, and I'm glad you asked. I'm going to okay. I'm going to do a shameless plug right now for my Patreon channel and my platform. It's the only platform where I do talk about where you can get this and from vetted sources. And we're having a guest on in 2 weeks for our live meeting. Janelle. Michael Isaac, and she's an expert in different strains, varieties, species, and we're going to talk about all of that. So I'd like to defer till then because admittedly, I am not an absolute expert on strains. I mean, I know what I'd like to use. It's actually a blend of some different things, but Janelle is going to be talking about all of that in as much detail as you want. And I'll put the link in the show notes here because I'd love for you to join Patreon. I will tell you, it's a paid platform. You have to pay to play because I explained that a little bit earlier here. I don't want to be talking about this stuff on a totally public platform. But the pay it's really, really inexpensive, and it supports our calls here. It supports the channel. It's $12.50 per month, US dollars, give or take, because sometimes Apple Pay does some weird things and they might add or subtract a little bit. But in rough numbers, it's $12.50. That's basically 3 cups of coffee a month if you're going to one of those places. And it's a great place to hang out, and we have it's like a little family there. And when we do our live meetings there, it's a Zoom meeting, so we can all see. It's like a classroom. You can all see each other and talk to each other. It's great. I can't stress enough. We're going to be talking about all of that stuff. So I'll make sure the link is in the show notes. Kevin, been doing 250 and take two. I've been doing 250 and I take 2 days off and then repeat. But it doesn't say how many days on. Unless you set it up above somewhere, I might. So yeah, I need to know how many days in a row. It's been 250 milligrams, but and then I take 2 days off. So tell me how many days in a row you do it. Are you only doing 1 day and then you take 2 days off? I'll wait till you comment on that. Okay, Shane Malahi, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I hope I am. I'm afraid of sugar shrooms, or sugar shrooms. I'm not familiar with those. Sugar shrooms? Sugar shrooms. Hold on. I'm honestly not familiar. Sugar shrooms. These powerful. Oh, they're truffles. Truffles. Well, I have no experience with truffles. Truffles are generally grown and used in Europe, and they're about a tenth of the strength. So generally, like if we say with magic mushrooms, let's just say 100 milligrams. With truffles, generally, I think you start with like a gram. That'd still be a microdose. But past that, I don't have really experience with truffles. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Oh, Mike High. Mike High? Like Denver is a mile high. Oh, mile high. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I thought, okay, it said Mike High, but I got you. So Shane Mile High. I guess you're in Denver. 5280, right? You're a little bit higher than we are here in Salt Lake. We're like 4,200 in Salt Lake City, roughly 4,200. So you're a little bit higher. I find that all cubensis strains affect me the same way qualitatively, but may vary in. Yes, and Eric, that's exactly what Janelle says. As she says, the different strains, it's just a matter of how much psilocybin is in them. But like different strains, she claims, and she knows more than I do about this stuff, but she claims that like with one strain, you're not going to get like more of a I don't know, like a body high, and another one you get more of like a head. It sounds more like cannabis. But she said it's only a matter of how much psilocybin is in them. That's what she says. A cube is a cube is a cube. That's what I've heard many times. Some people still will say that's not true. But yes, that's what I've learned. That's from my experience. But okay. So Kevin, you take one dose and then 2 days off. Well, the only way I can answer that is if it works for you, then yes. If it works for you, personally, I would, especially if it's more in the beginning, and I'm trying to really rewire things and treat depression and anxiety. I would do at least 3 to 4 days in a row, maybe 5, 3, 4, 5 days in a row, then take 1 to 2 days off. That's if you're doing 5 days in a row, take 2 days off. That's what I would do. For me, 1 day and then 2 days off. I think that's what Fadiman might say. Do 1 day and then 2. But I'm not so sure I'm in that camp. I'm not so sure. I'm more of a do 3, 4, 5 days in a row. That's what I believe. Guys, we're 50 minutes into this thing, almost 50 minutes. I usually go 30. We're 50 minutes in. I'm gonna call it a night because I think I gotta get some dinner. Where I am, it is 5:24 p.m. and I think I gotta start thinking about some dinner somehow. Shane Mile High, have you found a correlation with THC and oh yes. THC makes me have more anxiety than normal, has the opposite effect. When well, that's a great question, and it's something I'm probably not gonna have time to answer because I wanna we've been 50 minutes already, but, if you want, Shane, next time we can try if you remind me, I can discuss it. I've got some great stories about that, about how actually THC and, psilocybin work together. Some really great stories about that. Or I welcome you over to hang with us over on Patreon, and we can definitely talk about that in a live meeting for sure. Love you guys. I really appreciate this. I'm so sorry about the tech issues I had at the very beginning of this. I'm really sorry, but this turned out to be great. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for taking time out of your day or evening, wherever you might be, to be here. It means so much to me, and we'll do this again. And whether I schedule it or whether I just come on, the tech problems were killing me on this, but I'll try my best to schedule it in advance if I can, just to let you all know. Okay, love you all. Talk soon. Thanks so much for being here.